at what amount of money do you think savings start from?
If you don't save, you are not safe. It's not a slogan. It's a principle. Wherever you are in the world, whether it's Nigeria, whether it's Calcutta, whether it's America, if you don't save, you are an endangered species. No matter your level of income, you are supposed to save. Any money you spend is not your money. You must learn to delay gratification. Salary and I believe that whatever money they are being paid is not enough. Truly, it's not enough. But that is not an excuse for you not to save. You need to save. If you're a Christian, you give 10% of your tithes. That is going to God. You as an individual, you don't need to save for yourself. Minimum of 10%, maximum of 30%. A rich man among poor people is also poor. I was 43 in November. I've not owned a car yet. But I have money that I can use to buy 2 cars now. Your net worth as an individual will be that your annual income multiplied by your age divided by 10 should be your net worth in savings or investment. You can't afford 14 point something million in your account now, and people will know, even though you are the owner and you have spent it.
Hi, good day, everyone. Welcome back to the Good Code. I still remember my humble self, Olumide Adeyanju. Yeah, and then you all know that this podcast is, being supported by the Common Sense TV and as well as IMV, your marketing agency. And today's episode is going to be very interesting. Reason because I have the money man with me. I used to call him the money man because anytime I want to do investment, anytime I have 1 tenner in my account, I used to rush down to him. I call him the money man. So, Mr. Money Man, please introduce yourself to the house.
My name is Jonathan Okwekpen, popularly known as the Books General. And what we basically do is we help people with their finances. However, your earning capacity, there is a room for you in the stock market. So we help people to see what they can do with their savings, and over time, then you can generate a great fund, and you are able to sponsor your dream and whatever you intend to do. I am a living example of that, and that is what we are helping people to achieve.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Money Man. I don't call you Bushera for me. I used to call you Mr. Money Man. Yeah. So, looking at saving generally, before we go into the stock market itself, like savings, for me, savings like just like the way we used to hear our mentors to say, if you do not save, you are not safe, right? So that slogan hits me so hard. Like, if you do not save, you are not safe, right? So, at what portion of money or at what amount of money do you think savings start from? For some people, they can have 10 naira and they feel like 10 naira is very small. They cannot save out of 10 naira. So, is there a psychological towards savings, or how do you feel like, why should I start saving?
So, I think the way God created the world is that whatever comes to your hand is supposed to multiply. So God's own is to provide for you whatever you want, but the sustainability of what God has given to you now lies with you. No matter your level of income, you are supposed to save.
No matter your level.
No matter your level of income.
So,
okay.
That brings, because we all know that we are in Nigeria, right?
Yeah.
And we know how currently out Nigeria is tough. Looking at those people at the roadside, those market women selling 30 naira biscuits, and at the end of the day, they could make up to like 2,000, 3,000 per day. They have family to feed. So, you understand? So, those kind of people, do you think they still have chance in?
Yes, in fact, the market women should not be the one we are talking about, because there are some business acumen and savings acumen they have that the people in the corporate world do have, which are the salary earner. So the salary earner believe that whatever money they are being paid is not enough. Truly, it's not enough, but that is not an excuse for you not to save. You need to save. If you're a Christian, you give 10% of your tithes. That is going to God. But you as an individual, you don't need to save for yourself. Minimum of 10%, maximum of 30%, depending on what your financial goals are. If you have any financial goals, that will determine what you set aside. So setting aside that money is what guarantees the future. If you don't save, you are not safe. It's not a slogan. It's a principle. Wherever you are in the world, whether it's Nigeria, whether it's Calcutta, whether it's America, if you don't save, you are an endangered species. And depending on your age and depending on your income, it depends on what you want to derive in life, on what you want to enjoy in life, that will determine how much you want to save. And I have an equation for that, for you to know what you are supposed to be saving at the time. So your net worth as an individual will be that your annual income multiplied by your age divided by 10 should be your net worth in savings or investment.
Please, can you say that again?
Your annual income multiplied by your age,
okay, divided
by 10. You see that 10 is 10%. That is if you are running with 10%. It's supposed to be your vision per year, per age of what you save as your net worth in savings or in investment. And when I say in savings or investment, I'm not talking about your day-to-day running allowance. I'm not talking about your feeding. You don't touch this money. That's not what the money is for. This is the money that when you hit rock bottom, when they say you don't have money, this is the money you have in store somewhere. When you say you are broke, that is that level.
Not even after you spending
you are spending your money. Whatever income you are bringing in has nothing to do with this one. This one is like your cushion. It's like your
just
foundation.
Forget it somewhere.
Just forget it somewhere. The only time you are even allowed to even touch it is maybe you have a bigger opportunity to increase the money.
To multiply the money.
Yes, maybe you want to go into real estate, or there's an investment you saw and this investment is sure. You pull out from it, you invest. Once the money return, you return it back to base.
Knowledge. Even me too, I've actually learned this now. Like multiplying your annual income, multiply by your age divided by 10. That's crazy. That's crazy. So let's go to this topic where we'll be talking about stock market analysis and stuff like that. Because even from the word stock, which is it's more like up and down sales, and then understanding what stocks and markets all about. Some people, let me say, less than average Nigeria might not able to digest what stock market really is and what it is being there, because some people like anything that they could not see and touch, which their money is doing, they are not in support of it. Because some people are still in the era of analog age, not infused in the digital aspects, and which is something that, and to some people they might think that okay, this stock market is recent to the Gen Z world, not knowing that it has been in existence for a while.
Yeah.
So I want you to just merge the two together while you're explaining what stock market is. Because older people that are older, that they don't know that there's an opportunity for them, and for the younger ones too that are that are new at their new age, that they do not know that okay, this is not an analog application that can still be used digitally. So I want you to explain what stock market is.
You actually save money.
Okay.
To invest.
Okay.
So saving money in itself is not a good plan.
Okay.
Even though it's a starting point. When you save, you now take the money you have saved, you now put it in an investment. So in putting in an investment, that's where the stock market comes in. By the grace of God, I'm a testimony of stock markets. I started in 2007 with 12,000. And before I started touching this year, even though I've done some, even though the thing has gotten to over 20 million. 2007, 12,000. The 12,000 was like 12 million naira when I was starting. It took me time to gather it. But what stock market does is that over time, it helps you to multiply that money. Because your savings in itself cannot do anything until you put it to work. So in putting it to work is now when you look for investment, there's actually that time little or no investment that you can do with 12,000 naira that people will listen to you. But stock market was the easy access for anybody at your income. Even till now, with 5,000 naira, you can start investing in stock market. With 1,000 naira, you can start investing in company stocks. So that is how I started. And over time, the team built. And I'll let you know, stock market is not a Ponzi scheme. Stock market is not a betting. It's not this thing. If you are not somebody that give time for money to mature, you can't work in the stock market. It took me 11 years of pumping money into stock markets before I even took my first withdrawal. 11 years.
11 years.
I was just pumping the money I was just pumping the money. Even though I was not that consistent, but anytime I want to put the money, I put it there. So I waited for 11 years. So if you are not ready to wait for that long, well, I won't advise you to wait for that long because now, with technology now, everything has become easy. You can trade, you can track, you can do anything with your stock market on your phone. And there are apps everywhere that can help you do that. So even the Gen Zs, the millennials, they can play in this field now. In fact, we're actually waiting for most of them to come. Even though they are running to the volatile market part, they are going to cryptocurrency, they are going to Forex. If that is what you want to do and you understand what you're doing, no problem. But stock market is very easy.
And it keeps you save mind.
Yes, it's called stock market. The basic of stock market is buying and selling.
Yes.
Which everybody should be able to do. Buying and selling. You buy at this point. At the point of buying, you should determine at one point you want to sell. Once you get to that point, you sell. You have made a profit. But between the time of buying and between the time of selling, you have to wait. It's a principle. It's seed, time, and harvest. But my people is that they want to sow today and reap tomorrow over 100%. No, you must wait. And stock market is when you put the 100% of stock market on table, 10% is buying, 10% is selling. Waiting is 80%. You must be willing to wait for 80% of the whatever it is that you want to do on the stock market so that the thing can gain and the thing can, whatever it is that you want to generate from it can come in full.
Okay, so I actually like the way you cut it. Like you said, 10% for seed, 80% for waiting, and 10% for harvest.
For selling.
So an average in Nigeria is not a patient person.
Yeah.
So how were you able to cultivate yourself, or what was your strategy, or was it that there's a plan that you followed to be able to maintain this for the past?
Yeah. Apart from the fact that you need to have a plan, one thing is you must learn to delay gratification. Because any money you spend is not your money. The money saved and invested is your money.
The money, come again?
Any money you spend is not your money. Even though you are the owner and you have spent it. Yeah. Whoever you spend the money to, that's the owner of the money. Okay. But the one you save and invest, that's your money. Okay. It's in your name. It bears your name. Anywhere the money goes, it's your own. So you need to learn to delay gratification. And if you go and check all billionaires all over the world, savings was part of what they are doing. Investment was part of what they are doing. Then you are not talking about people who run their personal businesses. So if you are not ready to delay gratification, you can't come into the stock market. It's a thing you need to make as part of your beating heart. And if you are not ready for that, stock market is not for you. If you are not ready for that, however your level of earning, you will not be able to preserve any wealth. And you will not be able to pass over any wealth. As far as I'm concerned now, even the equation I gave to you before, that equation has to do with you when you're a single man.
As a single
person. That equation...
Okay, you were saying that 10-80-10 should be as a single person. Okay, so for the married people, go.
No. The 10-80-10, that one is for operation in the stock market. Okay. I'm talking about your net worth.
Okay.
That's your annual income multiplied by your age
divided by 10%.
Divided by 10. So that one is for only you as an individual.
Okay.
As I'm married now, I'm supposed to have times 3 of that money.
Okay. Let's.
So let me use my age. Let me use my age as an example. Let's say I'm 40.
Okay.
And then my salary is my salary per month is 100,000.
Multiplied by 2, that's 1.2.
So that's 1.2. So 1.2 multiplied by 40.
That's I go to school.
So I didn't
320.
I wish you can.
Let's take a phone and let's calculate it. Let's calculate so that for people that are here, we'll get to learn.
So 1.2
times 40
divided by 10. Sorry. Divided by 10 is 4.8 million.
Okay.
So you see this 4.8 million is just for me. It has nothing to do with my...
Wait, sorry. Let's no. Your total money is 1.2 million, right?
Yeah.
Is it 12 million?
So
12 million in a year multiplied by...
No. My salary is 100,000.
Oh, that's 1.2.
So it's 1.2 per annum.
Yes.
So 1.2 times 40
Okay.
because I'm 40.
Okay,
That's
let's
48 million.
48 million.
Divided by 10, that's 4.8 million.
Okay.
So this is supposed to be my net worth somewhere.
Somewhere.
Working for me.
Without
If I
doing
say I'm broke, that
at least
means
you should have
I have 4.8 million
million somewhere.
in investment or savings.
So
somewhere.
how do you get how do I get that 4.8 million inside that your account saving somewhere?
Which is why I said multiply by your age.
Okay.
Over the age, whenever you start, which is why younger people need to save more
Faster.
than people who have started working. So I might be doing 10% now. Younger people should do 20% because the years you have not been working, you need to cover up. You need to catch up. So when you do 20%, that means you are saving in 1 year for 2 years.
So my question to you now is, if my monthly income is 100K,
Yeah.
so out of that 100K, and I said I want to remove a certain amount in a month. So and I still want to meet up to this particular, my assets and so on.
Yeah.
So how much do you advise to take out of 100K?
So because you have other expenses to do,
Okay.
the maximum I was expecting you to do is 20%.
20% of that.
Yeah.
That's 20K.
Yes, that's 20K.
Okay.
So if you do that, once you are able to capture this 4.8 million, based on what I've said, over 40, for 40, somebody that is 40 years old
40 years old.
and is earning 100,000 per month,
Per month.
4.8. That 4.8 has to do with your own net worth as an individual. If you are married, you need to have times 2 of it.
That would be like 4.8, that would be like 9.6.
So that's 9.6. If you have children, 2 children, that's multiplied by another
2 again.
No, that is, you add another 4.8 again.
Jeez.
4.8.
How is it I'm just knowing about this now? I don't know.
So you
about
need to
this
have
before.
14,400,000
yearly somewhere.
Yes. No, over time.
Okay.
Once you are 40, this is what you are married with 2 children. And those of you who are having multiple children, that 4.8 million actually stands for 2 children. If you have 4, that means you now have times 4 of that money. If you have 6, you have times 5 of that money.
For somebody earning 100K.
Yes.
So to you, how do you think this is realistic?
Which is where investment comes in.
Yeah.
All this now is based on one income, your salary. Based on one income. This is what you should generate from that salary. Then if you have this money, you put it in an investment, it will help you to catch up to whatever your net worth is supposed to be.
Okay.
So if I have 2 children now, I need to have 14
So that
million,
means
4 million.
After this section, I have to go and calculate my.
You need to go and calculate it. So
how much I want.
if you have this calculation somewhere, you will know that you are not supposed to spend your money anyhow. Because you have something pursuing. It's because people don't have vision for savings. They don't have vision for investment. That's why people spend money anyhow. I'll be 43. I was 43 in November. I've not owned a car yet. But I have money that I can use to buy 2 cars now. But that's not my priority. My children's, my last one is still in primary school. My son is in secondary school. University is coming. The money I'm supposed to use for that car, let me put it in an investment. When they are in that university, then if I have enough money or I feel that, okay, and I need a car, I cannot go for the car. But because I'm pursuing something, car is not a priority to me. There is something I'm pursuing. Even with this 4.14 million now, with my children, I'm still not safe. Because I have dreams. If you have dreams, that's another 4.8 million. You add it to it. A poor man among rich people is a rich man among poor people is also poor. You have family and friends. That's another 4.8 million. Then you have a community. You have neighbors, you have friends, you have people in your church. That's another 4.8 million because people will still come to you. You can't afford 14 point something million in your account now and people will know. Even though you are not showing it, there is a way you carry yourself that people will know. So people will still come to you to ask for something. So when you have all this vision in place, there are some things that they will bring to you that will not you will not be driven by it. You will not do impulse spending. You will not be partying up and down. Why? Because you have something you are pursuing.
Yes, that's interesting. Well, in all of these things we've been saying since, like, do you like? Is there people always like to put their money where they could, where there will be a safe mind rest. Is there no risk attached to this stock market?
So I think you are the one that determines the risk you want to you are exposed to in the stock market. Now there are different companies. We have almost 180 companies on the stock market. Your job as somebody who wants to invest in stock market is to go and do a brief research about this company. You don't even need to go to the stock market. If you go to ngs.ng, NGS, which is the stock market, their website, every information you need about any company is on that website.
Okay.
So before you invest, I want you to go there, check the company, check their trajectory for the last 5 years. How often did they pay dividends? How often did they declare interest? Were they making money? Were they losing money? Were they doing their shareholders well? Were they paying dividend that they promised they are going to pay? So 5 years, you don't need to go, you don't need too many analysis. Just go there, take the annual report for the next 5 years, check. Were they making profit? If they are making profit, should you invest? If they are paying dividend to shareholders, what part of the earnings are they paying to shareholders? So by the time you have these two information, you know the kind of company you want to invest in. So once you know the kind of company you want to invest in, you already know the kind of exposure, the risk exposure that you have. So are you willing to go with the company with that exposure? Because actually in stock market, there's no risk. It's usually greed that kills people. If I invest in GT and I said, okay, I bought GTB at 100 naira, and that's okay. By the time it's 200 or 250, I will sell. What usually keep people is that it will get to 250
and rise.
They will not sell.
Just keep rising.
They think it will, because market is up and down. Then something now happen. And you know, stock market is based on demand and supply.
Yeah.
When demand or supply is no more there again, when the market now fall, you now fall back to 100 naira, you now say that the risk in stock market is too much. And while you are even waiting for price to rise, GTB is a stock, is a dividend paying company. They've done this in the last 10 years, paying people twice every year. So if you now look into that, even though the price was not rising, were you getting your dividend? Then when you get your dividend, what are you doing with the money? To say, okay, let's even say the stock market is risky. That dividend, you need to go and put it in another investment so that you know that this is what is coming from my savings in the stock market, and this is what I'm doing with it. In case stock market is not working, whatever you do with your dividend will be working. That job, nobody will do it for you. You are the one that will do it for yourself. What can you do again outside the stock market once the dividend from stock market is coming?
Okay, so let me quickly shape in this in there. Like, some people, we don't know how far this video is going to go to. We've been saying stock market is not somewhere. It's not something that you can easily go to the market and go and buy.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Some people need to know where they could get the stock and how they could purchase it, and then how accessible it is to people.
So, like I said, if you go to NGS website, everything you need to start the stock market is there. Number one, what you need to do is get a stockbroker.
Get a stockbroker.
That's where to start from. You get a stockbroker, open an account, you get your CSS.
Okay, for now, I think we'll pause that one first, because there's a question that I still have on board. I will want you to answer, and then at that point, you can now tell people how they could reach out to you. Because I know you help people to do stuff like this as well. So, what is your opinion about this open sales of shares from companies? There's a word that says before a share is publicly known to everybody, that it is that time that the main big people are taking out their money from the shares. That even this main stock that we are getting to know, there are some people that have invested in it for a very long time. For instance, I think FCMB whatsoever did 7 naira per shares, and there was a story behind it that people that bought it as 1 naira, that they bought it like 2 years ago, that they were not, like, it was a coded, information. And when those people want to pull out their money, that's what they're now calling public fund. So is that the backside of the gaming, or what opinion can you have?
So what I would say is that, you see, for every company to come to
public market,
to the public market, there are people behind the scene who made that company what it is to now say they want to go public. So those people are the investors. They are the back-end investors. There are people who call institutional investors.
Okay.
Those are the people that put the money in those companies, that made the company to rise to the level where they want to go public. And when you are going public, the stock you are going to buy, some people own them. These people they own them are those people that people are saying that they are dealing backdoors. Because there are directors, there are board of trustees, there are people that run those companies. Then there are investors. So those investors, they are the one that will release a number of their shareholding for public to buy. So you don't expect me that start a company with my money to now be to get this stock you want to get in the stock market at the same price. We are the one that decide that, we want to sell this thing for 7 naira. And why we are selling for 7 naira, if we don't release our own share, you, the public, will not be able to buy. So when we go to market, it's our own shares. If you say you want to buy, let's say I have 1 million shares in Dangote now, and you want to buy 10. If I don't release it, you can't see it to buy. And being an institutional investor, mine is to make profits. So if when we are starting the company, share of the company was 1 naira, and when I decided to sell 7 naira, it is when I release to you that you will get it to buy. So you are getting. So it's not as if there's anything done back door. Everything is open. So if a company is going public, there are prospectus to the offer. You get the prospectus, read it. Every information you know about that you want to know about the company is on that before you invest. So there's nothing back there because there are many regulators. Many regulators, and the regulators are there solely because of the customers and the shareholders, so that nobody is swindled or nobody is robbed.
Okay. So another thing I would like to say basically is that, we are basically in New Year now, right?
Yeah.
So looking at from your own experience, part of it, can you name the 5 top stock that you advise people to look into that are not maybe bigger brand yet, that you projected that these 5 stock should be something someone should look out for?
It depends on individuals, and even though I say there are almost 180 stock in the stock market, I don't have all the 180.
Okay.
I don't have all the 180. I have over 100, and it is the one that I am invested in that I can talk about. There are some that are doing well that I even regretted I didn't enter before they start rising. So that is that about that. But however, what I want people to look out for is dividend-paying companies.
Dividend-paying.
Dividend-paying companies.
Can you break it down for people that are
so
that
now,
are not...
there are companies that consistently they've made profits. It's like it is impossible for them not to make profits. So these people, part of their earnings, part of the profit, they now decide to share with their shareholder to say, my people, we have made money this year, so they will not share part of those. They will retain some, then part of it, they will not share it to shareholders. So that profit they have made, that they share to shareholder, that's what is called dividend. And there are some companies that in the last 10 years, they've paid consistently, non-fail. Number 1 among them is GT Bank, Seplat. In fact, this year, Seplat have paid dividends 6 times.
6 times in a year?
6 times this year. It is statutory for them. They pay 4 times every year. They pay every quarter, Seplat. They pay every quarter, but this year they paid 2 special dividends plus the 4.
That means they make more money.
Yes. So they make money, and once their financial report is released, they just decide we need to do our shareholders well, and they release the money. So these two already are companies you can invest in, but as a beginner, they may be too high for you because GT is selling between 90 naira and 100 naira, while Seplat is selling between 5,200 and 5,800 per share. So before you invest in all those things, you know that you need to have a huge money to start something like that. So out of hands, I think I will name GT. If you want to invest, GT is, when it comes to bank, is number 1 in dividend payment. That's number 1. Then number 2, I'll talk about Seplat. If you can, because of their dividend payouts, then I'll talk about NIDF. NIDF, if you can get it, is good. So NIDF to pay quarterly. They pay quarterly. Then you look out for Curtis. Curtis is less than 4 naira now. And Curtis, they are crazy with bonus. In the last 4 years, courts have given bonus as if they don't care. And they don't even give bonus that you'll be like, are they not supposed to do? They give 1 for 1. 1 for 1. 1 for 1 means that for every one you have, they will add another one for you.
So if I have
So
1 million,
if you have 1 million,
they'll add it.
You have another 1 million with no extra cost.
Funny enough is that I'm surprised hearing all these names. I don't think I'm familiar with, so apart from DT, then the second one, okay, Sepla as well. But the other ones I've not heard of them, and I feel like the same thing goes to people listening to us, right? Please, if you are listening to us as well, please kindly follow those instructions, which is very key for me. And I think I want us to look at how people can, this is a very short section about what you know. And then I believe you have a lot of information that you like to share. And I believe you have a unit or a hub where people can, get to learn or to get to hear from you. And as well, or do you have a platform that you teach people?
Well, what we are planning to do is, apart from opening a WhatsApp group for people who are interested, we'll be doing training too, at least once per quarter, when you can trade on your own. You can, just as I'm giving all the information, and you get to that level where you can give them. It's actually very easy. It's just that people are lazy to do some of this homework. With the...
Are you a broker to any firm?
No, I'm not a broker. It's still in the offing. I'm not a broker, but I'm a trader, and that is what you actually need to be before you now know whether you... Of course, I'll be a broker one day, but once you're a trader, there are some information you need to have. So this information will help you and will let you to know where you can get such information and how you can decide what company to buy, what company to... depending on your financial plan. So your financial plan will determine the kind of company you will buy. It will determine how long you stay with that company. It will determine what to do while your dividend payment is coming out.
So looking at the Obile season, do you think it's wise enough?
What is Obile?
December.
No, you see,
the thing about it's wise for me to...
Yes, the thing about stock market is become greedy when people are generous and become generous when people are greedy.
Come again, become greedy when people are generous and become generous. So when people are spending money, that should be...
You see, this December now, go and check December for the last 5 years after COVID. You see that markets used to rise in December. Why? People are pulling out money for dirty December.
Yeah.
At that point, that's when you need to invest more. Look for companies that you know that their share price has been devalued maybe by 10, 20, 50%. Those are the companies you should look out for. Because at that point, because people are selling, the ones that are rising will be rising, the ones that are falling will be falling. It's a chain reaction. At every point in time in the stock market, when some companies are rising, some are falling. So don't follow them to start selling when it's rising. Start looking for the one that are falling. That's where to invest. And for every company in the stock market, there's opportunity for everybody. In the last 2 months, it was NCL. NCL rose from 16 naira to almost 70. In fact, to 70 naira.
Wow, imagine I have 2 million or 10 million.
16 naira to 17 naira. So at that point, NCR is not what you should be looking for. Go and look for another company in that sector where NCR is. And check the one that is falling. Because everybody will be pursuing NCR, whereas somebody will be receiving the fall at the back end. That's the one you should invest in. So this December, while everybody is partying, while everybody is withdrawing their money, that's when you should put your money. Because after December, January will come. People will now want to fall in that time. That's when you will now sell. So be greedy now. This is not time to be generous. Be greedy.
That makes sense. I've actually learned a lot in this short period of time, and this is what I've been enjoying for a couple of times. But I feel like people watching you need to get would like to connect with you. So how accessible are you?
So I think I'll just drop my WhatsApp now because we are still planning for next year, and then for the first quarter of next year, we'll come out with a training. Okay. So we'll take it public. So I think I'll just drop my WhatsApp number, then we'll drop other information during the post-production. My WhatsApp number is 0909 5615 880.
Again, please.
0909 5615-880. So by that January, we are going to open an exclusive WhatsApp group. That exclusive WhatsApp group, every week we'll be dropping companies that people can invest in at the lowest price. We'll be dropping it. So coming to that, every information you need about the stock market, we'll be dropping it. Companies that release their results, companies that are waiting to release their results, companies you should invest in, the reason why you should invest in them, and all those stuff. And you can't miss it. Once you follow what we are going to be dropping there, maximum 5 years, you break even in stock market and you start. And you know, I told you I waited for 11 years.
Yes.
After that 11 years was in 2018. In 2018. Between 2018 and now, I'm taking profit every year. This year alone, I bought 3 plots of lands from
the dividends from
not even dividend. I started selling. And guess what? I was not selling anything that is below 200%. It's companies that have appreciated over 200%. I have companies like Ikeja Hotel, 2,500%. 2,500%. That's the interest. And I didn't even sell everything. So I was able to get 3 plots of land from the money I pull out of it. And guess what? These are profit too. The capital is still there. So the money I'm telling you, that net worth is still there. I've not touched it. It is the appreciation from the stock market that I'm using to do all these things. So for you to get to the level where we are now, that is our vision. That is our goal. We will teach you. We will show you. It's not something practical. It's not anything that you will now be going to look for any books to be checking.
Trust me, I think in the conversation there's going to be some questions that will be waiting for us there. But I feel like there should be another section for you. Or what do you think?
Yeah, I'm always open.
So that means that if we call you again, you have to come, right? So we're very happy to have you here once again. I actually appreciate you coming on our show today, and it was a great privilege for us to have you once again.
It was a pleasure.
Thank you, Mr. Moneyman, like I used to call you. Thank you for coming. Bye for